Good morning and welcome to my channel, The Fruitcake Astrologer, where I will give you an astrologer's take on current events and people in the news. So today I want to take a look at whether Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are going to end up divorced. Now, what precipitated this was my mother saying, oh, Harry and Meghan are getting a divorce. And I was like, wow, I haven't heard that. And I looked online and the palace is saying, no, that's a lie. So I'm like, wow, well, which is it, right? So that is the basis of this chart. Will Prince Harry and Meghan end up divorced? Now, for those of you, I hope you will like, share, and subscribe. I'm also on these other 4 social media sites, so look for me on there. I'll be called the Fruitcake Astrologer on all of these sites. And so let's get into the reading. Now, this is a Horary reading, meaning it doesn't depend on the time of birth. It's just you get to ask the cosmos a question, any question. And I'm flipping it because I'm asking about someone else. I feel like the chart is radical. In other words, it can be read because Leo rises, and I'm asking about the, royalty. Okay, and I'm asking about marriage, so the 7th house, and the ruler of the 7th house, which is Uranus, and secondarily Venus, which is the natural ruler of the 7th house. Right off the bat, we can, it's a bad honking sign when Uranus and Aquarius are associated with the 7th house. That is one of the heralds, the classic interpretation of divorce, because Uranus wants to be free. Uranus is independent, and he's also very cool emotionally. So, and then let's go down and take a look at the grid. Uranus is without positive aspect. That tells me these people are not having a good time and they want their freedom, and that things are really tough in their marriage. Now, today is September 23rd, so I cast this chart a few days ago. But what it looks like is relatively quickly they will be seen, I believe, as at least leading separate lives. Okay, Uranus is in the 10th house of what the world sees, the public. And it also strongly indicates that Meghan and Harry are having financial issues. Okay, why do I say that? Because the sun rules the 2nd house, and all of the positive aspects, like the trine to Saturn, to Pluto, are passing away, and the applying aspects are all difficult. So it's like, yeah, we had money, the separating trines, but that has passed away, and now we have financial issues. The second reason I think that is because Neptune in the 8th house of joint monies is retrograde, and Neptune dissolves anything it touches, literally saying, they don't have any savings, literally. And the third reason I feel pretty safe making the prediction that these guys are in financial hot water is the moon is opposing the ruler of the 7th. See how the moon in Scorpio is opposing Uranus retrograde in Taurus? That's a money axis, and it's a pulling apart. So it says to me that they are, having really difficult financial times. And I think a lot of their fighting may be related to that, and over, jobs. Who's going to get a job? Right, because the Mars is squaring Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter in the 6th house of jobs, duties, pets. So I heard something about, and I don't really follow the royal family. I'm basically doing this for my mother. Is that they had made a deal with Netflix. Now I wonder. This chart says to me that they have been approached about doing a reality series. That wouldn't it be fascinating to do, like, the Kardashians, except for the royal family, and how great would that be? But I think Harry is not liking it. Why do I say Harry isn't liking it? Because the male significators in the chart are Mars and the sun, and the female significators are Venus and the moon. Now Mars, which would be Harry, is retrograde squaring that. I think he's saying, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to talk about my family. Mercury in Libra Okay, I'm not going to talk about my family. So I think he's saying, no, I won't do it. And I think, she's very comfortable in the spotlight. Of course, she is Venus in Leo. I'm an actress. Leo loves to be the center of attention, loves to be, and this would tell me that she really loves being royal. Married to a prince. I think she really likes that. No shocker there. What one woman wouldn't. And also the moon is in Scorpio. I think this woman gets her way. Now, as is often the case, and I do not know Meghan, and as I said, I don't follow the royal family, but what she's being described as very controlling in the home. Okay, and of course, astrology is without judgment, right? People who are extremely controlling typically had a very out of control childhood. Okay, and so they tend to overcompensate by really clamping down. But what I have found with people who are very controlling is they tend to separate you from your friends and family, which is, I think, what has happened with Harry. I mean, he walked away from an awful lot. And I think, she's probably had something to do with that, for sure. At least that's what the chart is saying. Now, the moon's final aspect before it leaves the sign is a sextile to the sun in Virgo. Okay, now that's the house of siblings. It's literally saying, it says to me that Prince Harry's brother may, give him an opportunity for a way out. Sextiles are opportunities. You have to do something to reel them in. And if you don't do anything, it passes. But I think the olive branch will be held out to Prince Harry from his brother. Now, whether he takes it or not, I don't know. It looks like an exceedingly contentious divorce, a very public. I would expect public fights. Mars in Aries, retrograde, conjunct the midheaven, public fights, very contentious divorce, squaring that Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, which I think is going to hurt them both, okay? So I would definitely, recommend. The tabloids will love it. Of course, the tabloids will have a field day with a contentious divorce between the royals, but imagine how painful it is to go through a contested divorce. Now, this says Meghan's going to hang on. Meghan is Venus in Leo, the fixed sign of Leo, and the moon, the second female significator, in the fixed sign of Scorpio, who never gives up. She can go make it easy for him. God bless him, Living your life out in the public is never any fun. It's terrible to have a contentious divorce, but to also face the derision and judgment of the world. So I think we need to keep these people in our prayer. So in summation, yes, I do believe they will end up divorced. I think they will first start by living their lives very separately. Then I think it will get pretty ugly, public fighting, okay, that serves neither one of them very well. And the third thing I want to mention is there may be another pregnancy because the moon is next over Jupiter, which has just gone direct and rules the fifth house. So I wonder if there will be another pregnancy before this is all over. So anyway, I'm terribly sorry for them. I do think they are headed for at least, if not divorce, then leading very separate lives. I think money is a big issue for them right now. And I do think Prince Harry's brother will throw him an olive branch. Whether he takes it or not, I don't know. Opportunities are there. I hope he does. So anyway, keep them in their prayers. Sorry, we never like it when love, fails, but it does happen. Okay, and so we just need to be glad we're not living out a contentious divorce in the public eye. Okay, if you enjoy these, I hope you will like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for listening.